Today I want to talk about pieces of advice that most men won't take, but if you're smart, you'll take this advice. The first thing is, money won't make you happy. When men hear this, people in general, when they hear this, they think to themselves, okay, money won't make me happy. Cool. I still want money, and I want to find out if that's true for myself. I'm not finna listen to you tell me that money won't make me happy as you are making $100 million a year. I'm not finna listen to you. I'm sorry. You make $100 million a year and you come to some spiritual conclusion that you can buy enough Lamborghinis and enough Rolls Royces and enough cars and enough people and enough to make you happy. And part of me deep down understands that. But there are problems. There are specific problems, and they're broken up into different categories. There are real life problems, and then there are money problems. So what money is going to do is it's going to help solve your money problems. It can't solve your real life problems, but your money problems will get taken care of, which it needs to get taken care of. So I understand both perspectives. Yes, will money make you happy in the long run? Probably not. Do you need it anyways? 100%. The way I like to look at it as an individual with a mission that feels like he's on a mission and has a purpose in life. I need money to accomplish my purpose. And God knows that. God knows that we need money to accomplish the things that he has put on our hearts to accomplish. He knows that. So I can't condemn you if you're rich. And I have a weird relationship with the megachurch pastors because people don't like megachurch pastors that are rich. And I get it. But at the same token, it's like, how much money should they be making? Should they be broke? Would we trust them more if they were broke? Is my question. Now, do megachurch pastors, some of them be wilding and some of them maybe are corrupt? Yes, in leadership, in positions of leadership, even when God is involved, like the church, people will corrupt the system. But it doesn't change the fact that God wants us to be abundant. It's in the Bible. He doesn't want you to be broke. Let's keep it a being. Okay, so when people say money won't make you happy, to me, there needs to be a certain caveat, because it will certainly enhance other attributes in your life that will make you happy. For example, if you're a millionaire, multimillionaire, you now have optionality. You can choose to do this or you can choose to do that. You have freedom to make certain choices that people with no money don't have. And that freedom, for some people, will create happiness. Okay, so we need to be thinking about it in a different sort of framework. But the base phrase, money won't make you happy, is convoluted, because on one end of the spectrum, it certainly won't. Once you get enough material items and you participate in enough degenerate activities that cost money, you'll realize there's no amount of degeneracy, there's no amount of material item that will push my happiness lever to a higher level. There's a set temperature baseline. Boom, cool. But do I need money to handle emergencies? In case I get sick, a family member gets sick, car breakdown, a bill needs to get paid? Yes. Let's keep it a buck. The other piece of advice, and I'm targeting specifically men with this advice. So the next piece of advice is, having fun with a bunch of women won't bring you happiness either. Now, if you're telling this to an individual who hasn't had fun with a bunch of women, who maybe he hasn't had fun with any women, it's going to be hard for him to digest this kind of information, because you're telling me from a position of you've had experience with a bunch of women, so you know what you're talking about. You've been with a bunch of women, so you know that being with a bunch of women isn't worthwhile, isn't a good use of your time, can ruin your life, as we've seen in the past. But me, I've never been with one woman, and I like women, and I would like to be with them. So I'm going to have a hard time listening to you tell me not to be with a bunch of them. I'm going to be with a bunch of them, and then I'm going to determine for myself whether you're right or you're wrong. This type of advice men are going to struggle with, because men, we like to lie to ourselves, but we like women. We like them. We like things about them, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, because women have certain qualities that your male friends don't have. They have certain nurturing capabilities and physical traits, if I'm being honest, that your male friends won't have. And the right woman will take you to that next level. If you're a man and you're doing this in life and you're ascending, and you come across the right woman, your growth is going to be exponential, because the right woman, her job is to multiply whatever you give her. If she's the right one, she's going to multiply. If she's the wrong one, she's going to subtract and divide. Okay, you're looking for women that are adding and multiplying. You want her to be an asset, not a liability. This goes for women as well. Now, why is that sort of advice going to be difficult for men to digest? Because men, we're shallow. We like women. We like having fun with them, adult fun. We like being praised by them. They make us feel good. It's the same reason you go to a basketball game or a football game or a sporting event, you see cheerleaders on the sideline. Those cheerleaders give you a boost of dopamine to be like, okay, let me play hard in front of the women. Have you ever noticed if there's a group of guys in a room and then a girl walks in, all of a sudden the guys start competing with one another subconsciously, whether one of them's trying to be funnier, whether one of them's trying to be richer than everybody or more cool or suave. There's an energy that shifts when women walk into the room. This is why, and I've talked about this in the past, I went to an all-boys high school. And I think that was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. Although I didn't like it at the time. I'm a freshman. I'm looking to start high school. I'm seeing movies about how fun high school is, the girls, the parties, the drugs, and I'm at a all boys private school. No girls. To the point where we looking at our 50, 60-year-old teachers like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's how it was. There's no distraction. Nobody's dying over no girl. We're not fighting over girls. We're not trying to over-impress anybody over a girl. And that bond allowed us to grow stronger together as a brotherhood. And that's why all boys schools, they tend to have more of a brotherhood aspect. So those are the two pieces of advice that I wanted to talk about as far as money won't make you happy. A whole bunch of women won't make you happy. Fellas, these two things are going to be the hardest thing for y'all to try to understand and grasp. But for those of you that are able to, you're going to be able to reach that next level, whatever level that is. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, it's all love. We here all 2026 and beyond. We're building something here. And I want y'all to be a part of the journey. Send this video to a friend or family member. And let's keep the ball rolling. We will be here forever. Peace.